Welcome. Oh, didn't see you there. Welcome to Shout to the Moon podcast, one of the chillest podcasts in NPay history. I'm your host, Andy Moon, and today we have with us Shiv Patel. Welcome, Shiv Patel. Nice to meet you. Have a seat. And we have our second guest, John Wendell. Welcome, John. Today's topic is global warming and climate change. Now, Shiv, what is your thought on global warming?
Well, thank you. I thought that global warming has plenty of evidence to support it, and it's going to start affecting us really soon in the future.
Oh, okay. Well, then, John, what is your thought on global warming?
Andy, I have no doubt in my mind that global warming is a hoax. The climate has changed in the past, and it's just history repeating itself.
Okay, guys. So, what is the difference between climate change and global warming?
Well, Andy, it's the same thing. It's just heating up of the Earth's overall temperature.
Well, that's a common misconception. There actually is a difference. Climate change is a change of regional climate patterns. Global warming is a gradual increase in the overall temperature of Earth, and it's caused by pollutants.
So, what are the causes of global warming?
Well, global warming is caused by human impacts such as intensive farming, deforestation, the burning of fossil fuels for energy, waste disposal, and mining.
Wow, I thought it was all natural.
Well, that's a common misconception because climate change is naturally caused.
So, what are the effects of global warming, and how are they different than climate change?
Well, some effects of global warming are higher temperatures, a frost-free season or a longer growing season, changes in weather patterns, a higher rate of intense storms such as Category 5 hurricanes, a rising sea level, and the melting of our ice caps. So basically what I'm trying to say is climate change is actually an effect of global warming.
Wow.
So, I have a question for you, Shiv. I've been wondering, what is the greenhouse effect, and how does it relate and tie with global warming and climate change?
Well, the greenhouse effect is caused by greenhouse gases such as CO2, which plays a major factor. It basically gets trapped in the atmosphere and warms the earth up. And this is a good thing because it helps to warm the earth up. But we as humans are excessively putting CO2 and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, which causes global warming, causes many side effects.
Wow.
Influential people like Donald Trump do not believe in global warming, and I believe in him. What do you feel? How do you feel about that?
Oh my! I can't believe you listened to that little
Chill, yo, what, bro, chill. Now that we're back, we're gonna go continue the question. Now, Mr. Shiv, what do you think about John's question?
Well, people like Donald Trump don't have any evidence to support their claims. Because as you can see from the video, there's a lot of evidence to support global warming.
I see. Global warming that you wanted to talk about?
Well, yes, I'm gonna talk about biodiversity. We're losing many of our species due to global warming because the rising temperature is destroying many habitats. So, in average, we might lose up to 20 to 30% of our species because of global warming. And this is not all. Global warming and the increased CO2 causes ocean acidification, which kills many sea creatures. And on top of that, this is really going to affect humans because the rising sea levels not only increases food and energy costs, but it also puts the population of small island states in jeopardy, which is really gonna increase migration and refugees.
So, what are some solutions to preventing or slowing down global warming?
Well, some small steps we can take is to use renewable energy such as solar, wind, or geothermal. Another thing we can do is to use energy and water efficiently. So we can get LED bulbs because we still need lights, but LED bulbs are super efficient. Another thing we can do is to transport sustainably. So instead of using gas or diesel powered cars, we can use electric or hydrogen powered cars. The last thing we can do is to build sustainable infrastructure. So we can build and renovate older buildings to use less energy.
I see. And that will be the end of our podcast. Shout to the moon. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, I didn't see you there. Well, it's time for the review. All you need to know for the review is that global warming and climate change are two different things. Global warming is a gradual change and increase in the overall temperature of the Earth's atmosphere, and climate change is a change in global or regional climate patterns on Earth. Well, that's it for today, folks, and I guess we reached the moon tonight.